Hey folks, Sylvia's here. 2 leaf videos in a row, although there was a 4-day gap between them, so hey, it happens. Got anything going on here? Oh, you know what? Actually, I forgot to, before I do anything else, I actually am going to immediately pause this video. I'm going to walk back into there, though, so nobody PKs me. Give me 1 second, I'll be right back. Okay, so, I'm not sure exactly what my plan is this video. We're going to go try to task those Gnarlhounds that I picked. Okay, so that I picked up. Wow, that I don't think has ever happened to me before. I don't think that I don't think I've ever had that happen before. Okay, so I mean, we'll just go with it, whatever. But yeah, all right. I watch when I'm like really bored. I watch like TV bloopers, like newscaster bloopers and stuff like that, and that happens a lot where they say the wrong things, and I always think to myself like, how do you say that? I mean, like, yeah, occasionally I say the wrong word, but it's very rare that I say the wrong word. Um, well, okay. Anyway, so yeah, I'm gonna go to Farmine to go test these Gnarlhounds. As boring as that could possibly be. Hopefully, I'll hit 50 while I'm doing that. But I'm not sure if I can actually go kill the Gnarlhounds without doing something semi like intense in the New Frontier quest line. I'm hoping that I can just do it though. So hi, we want to go to Edron, probably. Yeah, let's go to Edron. And then we go to High, Cormea, yes. And then I think I can go straight to Farmine from here. I'm not 100% certain, but I think I can. I'm hoping that I don't have to like start the quest from Khazad-dûn or something to be able to go to Farmine. We're gonna find out. This is one of the like annoying things about Tibia when they have like new areas and they put them behind like stupid access quests like this. Especially like Tibia lacks a means to like convey information to its players. Um, like take let's see. Hold on, moment of truth here. Farmine. Ugh, that's a lot of text. Well, you might just be the hero they need there. To tell you the truth, some of our most reliable ore miners have started to run low. Mines have started to run low. This is why we developed new steamship technologies to be able to further explore and map out great subterraneous rivers. Our brothers have established a base on a continent far, far away. We call that the Far, Far Away base, but since it's hopefully become a flourishing mine one day, most of us started calling it Farmine. The doors there could really use some help right now. Would you like to go to Farmine for 200 gold? Yes. Alright. I think I have to at least, like, sort of talk to this dude. Projects. Well, it's a long story, but you really should listen to understand what is going on here. You can also hear a short version of the story, but then don't blame me if you miss something due to your undwarfish impatience. Let's go with the short version. Well, we have found a place here full of promising resources and plan to create a new mining outpost. Of course, it takes a lot of effort and organization. For some of the tasks at hand, we need help, even from outsiders like you, so you're interested in some missions, let me know. Mission. I just think I need to pick up the first one so that I can use the elevator. Listen, I can handle the organization down here, and my boys will handle the construction of the base fine enough. Actually, all you do down here is stand in workers' way, but there might be something for you to do outside the base. We need to learn more about the land up there. Take the lift up and do some exploring. Find a passage leading out of the mountains. Do not explore any further, though. You never know what you might be messing with. Okay. On a side note, because, like, I believe my understanding is, yeah, we're, like, right above the other versions of Farmine. Yeah, that's how that works. Like, if you're looking at my map, that's the, like, finished Farmine, that's the semi-finished Farmine, and that's the, like, pre-Farmine. I feel like if you got access to the middle one, and then you just never did anything else, this would be a good spot to, like, hide. Well, no, I guess it wouldn't be, huh? Yeah, never mind. Well, that just up and ruined my plan. Oh, it's locked? I was gonna say, you could retreat here after you like were involved in PvP. Because like, you know, only people who haven't completed the quest can get into this stage. And at least like in the middle one, like new characters who have never gone here could get to the first stage, the one I just left, but they wouldn't be able to get into the second stage without going through part of the quest. So you would be able to hide there effectively. But I don't think you can actually go in there, because you'd have to go through PZs either way you went. So I don't think after you were involved in PvP, you would actually be able to get yourself in there. I think. Obviously, I'm not going to attack somebody to find out. Not happening. Exani her down. I didn't actually at any point check to make sure I had that spell, so I'm glad I had that spell. What's that? A luminous orb. Huh. There's always weird crap thrown here. Yeah, so I'm not actually... The only way you could really hide there after PvPing somebody is if you killed or attacked somebody who already had access to that place, which I feel like is somewhat rare. I mean, like, how many people are really doing the New Frontier quest? You have found the passage through the mountains and you can report about your success. Woo! Alright, good. I'm glad I don't actually have to do anything more. Let's go find us the Gnarlhound caves. Come to think of it, I could have really tested... I have no idea. I know that's the event, the Colors of Magic event. I don't know where we're in the event. It's September 18th right now. I don't know how far along the event is. I don't know what, if any team is winning. I don't know even which team is which right now. I basically know nothing. Let's go with that. Alright. Now... Hopefully that's not the... Yeah, I'm hoping that that's the Gnarlhound cave and not the Killer Camion cave. Because I feel like Killer Camions might kind of... I don't know. Kill me? Yeah, kill me, I think is the word I'm looking for. Good, just Gnarlhounds. As you can see, I have never been here before. Ugh, man, after I just ate all those brown mushrooms, I realized these guys drop meat. How annoying. As I just keep missing while we're at it, too. Bam. Take their shaggy tails. I feel like this is not good EXP at all. That's for sure. This is some, like, incredibly bad EXP. Hopefully, hopefully this cave is a little bit bigger than it is appearing to be right now. Hopefully. Because this would be pretty sad. Alright, yeah. I guess we'll find out. How many of these things do I even need to kill? Because I honestly don't remember. I want to loot him first, though. I will kind of like map click and then look at the killing name and stuff. And hope that there's nothing more dangerous than Gnarlhounds down here. 8 out of 300. Alright. Well, we'll see how this goes. I don't even know how much these shaggy tails are worth. Okay, so we can go down. I gotta do the Secret Service quest soon. Get myself a secret agent tool. Can we? Nope. Alright. Well, let's go down and see what's down here. This is, I haven't done this in a long time, but this is, I'm exploring right now. This is a place I haven't been in before. You can tell by looking at my map, but, I've never been here before. I mean, I'm pretty sure that there's nothing in this besides Gnarlhounds, so, I mean, like, there's no real risk involved in this, but, I'm seeing something new for the first time in a really long time. I'm kind of excited, actually. I'm kind of excited. That's like the best part about Tibia too. Like Tibia has a really cool world, and exploring it is really enjoyable. It's it's regrettable that Tibia doesn't really reward exploration. I mean, like, yeah, I guess you could find new, like, hunting spots or something like that, but... I mean, generally speaking, if you're exploring somewhere, you're more likely to either waste a bunch of your time killing things that are useless for you, or you're going to accidentally stumble upon something that's incredibly ultra dangerous that's going to rip your head off in seconds. So Tibia doesn't really like promote exploration, which is a real shame because, like, again, and the like that, like, you never know what's down here, like maybe you will just instantly die kind of situation is what makes, at least to me, I think. Oh, is this like two separate caves connected? This is kind of cool. That's what makes, like, Tibia thrilling. Like, the fact that, yeah, like, I'm going through here. I mean, like I said, I'm pretty sure, especially these newer areas, too, tend to be, like, all of the same type of enemy kind of situations. They're designed less to be, like, organic, realistic hunting spots. And instead are designed to be, like, efficient hunting spots for players. That is water I can walk across. So, I mean, like, yeah, that's always a little disappointing, too. But, yeah, like, exploring a new area is just the funnest part. And that, like, thrilling, like, you never know what's in front of you. You're kind of, like, on the edge of your seat, being like, oh, man, what's down in this hallway? Like, I remember back when I first started to play, like, exploring the ancient temple north of Theiss, or underneath Theiss, I guess I should say. And, you know, like, running into, like, an orc berserker or the fire devil, or they were beholders at the time. Now they're called bone lords. But, like, running into them, and, you know, that, like, sense of, like, panic. Like, when an orc berserker was like, oh, crap, I need to run away immediately kind of situation. I remember, too, like, my first couple of encounters with orc berserkers when I was a knight, and it's, like, it's funny, because you're like, huh, a monster I haven't seen before. Can I kill this? And then you're standing next to it, and you're not killing it fast enough, and it's killing you way too fast, and then it's, like, abundantly clear. You're like, no, I can't kill this. And it's really regrettable that I'm standing right next to it, and to get away from it, I have to go all the way down this hallway. And then you realize that orc berserkers are also really fast, and then you just die. But yeah, I mean, like, that exploration and that, like, thrilling, like, oh man, what could be down here is, I think, to me, is one of the best parts about Tibia. And it's regrettable that, really, that's like I'm being a, like, thrill junkie or, like, an adrenaline junkie when I'm doing that, because there's no actual, like, tangible benefit for me to do that. Like, again, me going back into my, my memories. I remember, like, way back when, before wands and rods were a thing, and before they made it so that, like, instant spells were actually usable, when mages all used club weapons because skull staffs were good and didn't weigh a lot, and our, like, mages spent hours mana setting to make runes to go on a short hunt kind of situation. So it is kind of cool that this is, like, connected here. It's slightly less cool that there's less Gnarlhound on the surface area than there was on the other one. I guess we'll just go back in and jump down the hole. Yeah, we're going to go back in and jump down that hole since we didn't explore everything on either side. But yeah, so, like, this was way back then when, you know, there wasn't better mana potions. I think you still used mana fluids back then, actually. Healing was done with ultimate healing runes or intense healing runes. It was like a completely different game back then. And I remember I had a guild, actually. We were called the Brethren. It was my friend's idea, but I kind of like that name, actually. Well, I'm glad they respawned here. So my guild, I was, like, I don't think I was the highest level in my guild, but I was probably one of the, like, let's say top 3. And I was, like, level 27. So you can grasp the scale of our guild. Now, to be fair, like, back then, though, that wasn't a high level, nor was it, like, an impressive level, but this was also back when the highest level in any of the Tibia servers, I think was still Bubbles, and she was like level 110. That's how long ago this was. Completely different game, as I'm saying. Um, so my guild, we formed like a group of 20 people, and then we went to go to the Orc Fort to see how deep and how far we could get into the Orc Fort. As it turns out, the answer was not very far. We managed to fight through the like courtyard area, and get into like the actual walls of the Orc Fort. But then you drop down, and it's just like 7 orc berserkers and shamans, and it's just a massacre for a group of level 20s to 30s, like some level 15s thrown in for the mix. Oh yeah, it was just like it was a massacre. We all got annihilated. I mean, it was kind of funny in its own special way. I mean, like, yeah, whatever. Everybody died. Not everybody. I think out of the 20 or so of us that went, I think about 5 or 6 of us left. I remember all of the mages. We all cast the invisibility, which I think has a level requirement now, but back then it didn't. So the mages cast invisibility, and we basically just had to run for it. And then there wasn't really. I don't think there was many people played paladins back then, because that was before your spear. Well, first of all, there wasn't enchanted spears or royal spears for starters. There was only there was spears. I don't know if there was assassin stars. There were regular stars, knives, stones, spears, bolts, power bolts, arrows, burst arrows, and poison arrows. And I don't think there was anything else. There was only crossbows and bows. There was no other projectile weapons. Like I said, people, it was a very different game back then. Very different game. Yeah, so I don't. And when you attacked with throwing weapons, your throwing weapon actually just stayed on the floor, and you had to go pick it up. So nobody really played paladins back then. So it was mostly mages, a lot of druids, because druids were they made money by making ultimate healing runes. Oh, cool! Is there another cave that I can connect to? This is kind of neat, actually. This place is kind of neat. I mean, it's regrettable that Gnarlhounds are completely useless to be hunting, but besides that, this place is kind of neat. But yeah, so the mages were able to throw on invisibility, at least the ones that were able to, and then we just ran for it and tried to get back out. I think one of the knights was able to escape, and I would say that his escape was pretty much based entirely off of being lucky. But as we were running back, we were caught off guard because the orc leaders and the orc shamans can see through invisibility. So for a moment, we were all like, oh, we'll be safe. And then an orc leader just ripped apart one of the lower level mages. Just was boom, dead. Oh crap. There's a tower right before you actually get to the orc fort that has a door that can be shut. So we all, or some of us, ran into that. And we're able to slowly get our health back up and stuff like that, and then make the rest of the run. But yeah, that was 3 hours that we spent on that, preparing for it, going to the orc fort, because the orc fort's in a really far away place, and level 20s do not go fast. So prep time went into that. It was just, it was fun. We go there. It was thrilling. And then everybody kind of died. That part, I guess, sucked. For all intents and purposes, it was a huge setback for everybody going there. Nobody profited. You generally don't profit on anything in Tibia that you have to struggle to fight in the first place. And struggle, we definitely did. So nobody profited. Orcs aren't really profitable in the first place. Majority of them died, which definitely didn't help them on the profit. But it was a very fun experience, and you know, like at the same thing, me and one of my friends at the time, his character, he had two characters, a knight and a druid. They were his like main characters, I guess I should say. He also had a mage, and I probably had a paladin, but I don't remember their names. His knight was called War Soldier, and his druid was called Sacred Soldier. He was a really cool dude. I actually sort of I wonder what happened to him. I'm pretty sure he was older than me, but me and him decided to go try to explore the areas, the back areas of the tombs. Where you have to get like you have to use the falling apart here. Scarab coins. I knew I'd get it eventually. You have to use the scarab coins to get in. So we went into the one. The tomb we always hunted in was the one. It's like the shadow tomb, the one directly to the east of Anchorman. Nice. That is a lot of Gnarlhound. This is the one I always walk past to on the way to the Muggy Plains. So we started with that one, but that one was just filled with fire elementals, which just sucked. Fire elementals were like shockingly dangerous back then. So we abandoned that one because all we were doing was getting like chewed up by fire elementals. Well, I had full mana for a while there. Exit the con. There's no B in that. I like that these caves are all like connected. This is kind of neat. I'm enjoying myself. Again, it's unfortunate that Gnarlhounds are useless, but besides that, I'm enjoying myself. And then I don't remember which one we went into next. I'm pretty sure it wasn't the Tar Pit tomb because I remember that one's a little bit distinct and different than the other ones. Alright, well I guess we're not going that way. So we're going back down the hole. So yeah, we went back into that, and I remember we ran into a lich. First we ran into a bone beast, and we killed the bone beast, but we panicked because we thought the bone beast was summoned by a lich, but it wasn't. Then we ran into a lich and ran away, and then in the process of running away, we ran into a banshee. So we were like, do we fight it or not? So we were like, we shot at it a couple times. Now, I think at this point, wands and rods had become into existence. I think. I'm not 100% certain on that, though. So we engaged the banshee, but we were running at the same time. Whew. And the banshee, I remember, it paralyzed him. And I hit the banshee with a sudden death rune, which is why I'm not sure if wands and rods had existed at this point, because I'm not sure why I would be carrying SDs if they had been, but I know I shot an SD at it. And when I saw its like HP go down a decent amount, I was thinking to myself, like, this is something we can conceivably kill. And I had that naive thought process back then that killing strong monsters would get me cool items. And that's not how Tibia works, but yeah. So it was chasing my friend. He was on his druid at the time, so it was chasing Sacred. And it was hitting him with its melee attacks. So I got in front of him to like block it from him. I was body blocking. And we were about the same level, so like I'm not sure why I, as a druid, thought it was a good idea to body block for another druid, but whatever. So I did. So I got in front of it, and I'm like body blocking it. And we hit it with like another SD, and it starts running. Because Banshees run at like incredibly low, or incredibly like early stages, I should say. I was gonna say at incredibly low HP, but I meant to say at incredibly high HP. They have like a low tolerance for punishment before they decide to run, is what I was saying. So yeah, the Banshee starts like running, and I'm like, no way is this running away from me. While we've like shot 2 sudden death runes at it, because sudden death runes are expensive. So I chased it, it healed, turned around, sang, and then I just died. It was just instant. Like I was just boom, dead. And we did not learn our lesson, so like probably a couple days later, we were exploring the back area of the tomb in Anchorman, the one that's like actually in the city. Which looks like recently they changed the design of that a little bit. You used to enter it from the interior of the building in the northeast corner. There was like a staircase going down. And you had to like go all the way through it to get to where the spot is. But now it looks like there's an entrance on the like left side, the western side, and it looks like it takes you straight towards the staircases to go down to the second floor. It's really strange. But anyway, we were in there, and there's like a lot of vampires and stuff like right off the bat, and like they're dangerous for level 30s. Don't think that they're not like gonna kill you. Did I like completely miss the stairs up? I guess I did. So yeah, we go in. It was pretty dangerous, but it was fun, and we both summoned fire devils for like additional fire support. Because like when you first go in, everything's just like right there in your face, and we didn't have a lot of like running room. So we both summoned fire devils for additional fire support. And I remember we were doing our thing, and one of the vampires got like close to me, so it like hit me, and I like took a bunch of damage, and I'm like, wow. And then Sacred switched to kill the one that was like on me faster, so that I didn't die. So both of his fire devils shot their little like explosion fireball attack at it, and I was standing right next to it, so I got hit by the explosions, and then his fire devils killed me. It was kind of funny. Anyway, my long lost point here was that that was like the funnest times I ever had in Tibia. Exploring new places or like struggling to kill something, like trying to kill a giant spider by like stair hopping it at level 20. Those were like the funnest moments. Like I remember me, my friend. Actually, my friend who like shows up in a couple of my screenshot things, who like I actually was playing with. Like when I came back from my long hiatus and started to play, he was the one that convinced me to. He was the one that convinced me to start making the videos. Actually, so guys, you all these Leaf videos. This is Leaf video 67. You all owe it to him. It was all his idea. But at the time, he had two characters. Burgess or something like that, Burgess, named after like a famous like author, and Jean-Paul something. I'm drawn. I can't remember. And also because it's like a Spanish or it's a French sounding name. I can't pronounce it right even if I tried. But anyway, it was me, him, and this guy whose name was Darres. It was spelled Darres space Jaka. Jakka. Exit con. And we were in the ancient temple, and we were trying to. Again, you could stair hop back then. We were trying to rope hop and kill a dragon. So we would go down the hole, and somebody would like shoot the dragon with a heavy magic missile rune, and then the other two people would be responsible for using ropes to rope that person up after he shot. It was this awesomely like hilarious moment where we're like all ready to go. We like scoped it out. We knew the dragon was down there. We're like, who's going first? And Dare Jacques was like, I'll go first. So we're like, all right. And it was so funny. I still remember this moment. He was like, "Are we ready?" And I was like making sure my like runes and everything were ready. I was like, like I was getting ready. And he was like, "Are you ready?" And I went like, "I gotta type in like no." So like I took my hands off my function keys. This was obviously before I had a gamepad. So I took my hands off the function keys to type in like, "No, I'm not ready." So I typed in, "No, I'm not ready." And right after I typed that, he said, "Okay, going." And then jumped down the hole. So I was like, I was even less ready than I would have been if I hadn't taken my hands off the function keys. So he like jumped down the hole. I said, "No, I'm not ready." And then my friend was like, "Oh God." So we quick like roped the hole and nothing came up. Because back then you couldn't rope on the hole while you were standing on it, which is why you had other people rope you. It's like a trip down memory lane. Yeah, like you couldn't do this. You had to rope up the hole. You had to go like that, and then repeat. Which is like was weird. So you'd have other people pull you up the hole. So when he realized he wasn't getting roped up, he stepped off the hole so that he couldn't get himself up. But yeah, he died. And I was like, it was hilarious because it wasn't supposed to happen. It's like, why'd you go down the hole? You wait for people to respond. Darius was like, I hunted with him a whole bunch. He was like one of my best friends. He was actually, so that was like the guild when Sacred and Sacred Soldier was there too. So it was like me, my actual friend, Dares, and War, and then they were like the main people in the guild. And I remember we had a lot of fun, doing just a lot of fun stuff while we were low levels, exploring new places, going to the plains of Havoc, getting killed by giant spiders, going to the ghost lands, getting killed by giant spiders. For example, I remember this one time we were in the we're in the ghost lands. This had to have been 2006, I would say. So we're in the ghost lands. It was a school night, I remember, because I was playing after I did my homework. And so we're there's 6 of us, and we're exploring the ghost lands. We're at the level where there's demon skeletons, and demon skeletons were a threat back then because I think they were actually still immune to fire damage, so you couldn't fireball them. Keep in mind, people, the only attack spells at this time, the only attack runes, I should say, was Light Magic Missile, Heavy Magic Missile, Fireball, Great Fireball, and Sudden Death. Sudden Death did physical damage. Fireball was just a crappier version of Great Fireball. It was an AoE shot rune. It had less damage, and it had less, actual AoE range. And then Heavy Magic Missile did energy damage, and then Light Magic Missile was just a crappier version of Heavy Magic Missile. So we're all exploring in there, and my stepdad was like, Silvius, you gotta take the trash out. And I'm like, oh crap, I forgot. Alright, I'll do it in a little bit. He's like, no, do it now. And I'm like, I'm playing the game. He's like, you should have done it earlier, do it now. I'm like, oh, can I do it in 10 minutes? He's like, no, do it now. So I'm like, ugh. So I'm to the guild, I'm like, alright, I gotta go throw the friggin' trash out. Protect me. And then I come back 5 minutes later, I'm just dead. A demon skeleton walked over and killed me, and I was all angry. But yeah, so Dares, he disappeared at one point. We were active every day, and then I lent him my skull staff because I had a skull staff back then. I lent him my skull staff, and then he just never came back. So he stole my skull staff, I guess. But he I don't think he ever played on that server again. That server, by the way, was Silvera, in case anybody's wondering. I don't know if he meant to steal my my skull staff or this was all an accident or something, but yeah, he took it, never logged back on. A couple months later, I saw that he made another character, I think on Premia, and I saw that he had been killed by a crypt shambler. That stuck out of my mind. Because at the time I was talking about how I would hunt in the tombs with Sacred Soldier, but Dares actually left before that happened. So when he got killed by a crypt shambler, I was like, that's crazy. I don't even know what a crypt shambler is. This is also before Tibia wiki existed. So I actually had no idea what a crypt shambler was at the time. That wasn't a joke. I honestly did not know what a crypt shambler was. Those were the days. But yeah, again, going back to my original point is, that was so fun, but Tibia doesn't reward that at all, and it generally tends to punish it even more. You'll get more money and get more experience points hunting something like Gnarlhounds Well, I mean, Gnarlhounds are a bad example, but because these give really poor EXP and really poor loot. Unless those shaggy tails are like shockingly expensive, which I feel like is probably not the case, but you never know. But yeah, like generally speaking, you're better off just hunting the same monster over and over and over and over again. Exploring new places is almost always like a waste of your time. Because, like I said, you're either a level 100 character and you're exploring through an area that's full of like level 50 monsters, or you're a level 100 character and you're accidentally exploring through an area filled with level 150 monsters, and then you just die. So it's like a little regrettable, I think, that like Tibia kind of missed out on that. And then yeah, so like it does punish you, and it's regrettable that it doesn't reward you. Like I said too, like I enjoyed trying to kill my first dragon, trying to kill the first like giant spiders and things like that. And Tibia doesn't, because of Tibia's incredibly low drop chances on items, it also doesn't reward that, which is a shame. Like, going above and beyond your means to kill something awesome is always a bad idea. Unless you're the, like, 1 in a bajillion chance of a dude who's, like, level 30 and is like, I'm gonna try to kill my first Dragon Lord by summoning 2 orc leaders and then shooting, like, icicle runes at it. And then you succeed and it drops, like, a demon scale. Oh, yeah, demon scale. A dragon scale now. Generally speaking, like, whenever you struggle to fight a monster, it's completely the wrong choice. Hey, I'm level 50 now. Yay, seasoned adventurer, go leave. Woo! Woo! Level 50! I should have used all my mana first. I hate when I do that. You advance from level 49 to 50. Go me. Alright, I'm gonna map click and see how many of these stupid things I've killed so far. 176. Well, I surely can't finish this in one more video. Or, I'm sorry, I surely can't finish this in this video. I can finish it in probably one more video. I'm thinking I might want to just go back now and call it. Yeah, I'm thinking that's probably in my best interests. Because I don't want to kill more of them and then have to come back and dedicate another video to just killing like 100 of them or something like that. We're already at the point where I'm a little bit more than halfway. So yeah, I'm gonna head back. You know, the funny thing too is I actually had like, when I'm like, alright, when I make these videos, I'm kind of like, what should I talk about in my latest Leaf video? Ugh, there we go. Where I'm like, you know, somebody, okay, that was just the NPC that I never bothered to look at. Usually I'm like, alright, so like, I'm gonna spend this Leaf video talking about my job, or I want to spend this Leaf video talking about family, or I want to spend this Leaf video talking about, like, specifically, you know, growing older or something. I did that for my last Leaf video. I actually had a plan for this Leaf video, and instead got talking about, like, old Tibia times and nostalgia. What if this is, like, a symptom of it being just a few days past my birthday? Like, it's 6:24 a.m. right now, and it's the 18th. My birthday was on the 15th. So technically, to me, again, it's not actually the 18th. We're still on the 17th. So it's only been like 2 days past my birthday. I'm feeling my age, I guess. It's crazy. It's crazy. I don't like it. Tibia is a really like nostalgia fueling game, though. I'm gonna blame it on Tibia and not just my aging self. Tibia is just a like. Well, you know, it's funny too, because like I think I started playing Tibia in 2005. Yeah, because that's when I started. I switched high schools. I did 1 year at a charter school for 9th grade, and then I switched to a different school in 10th grade. Which would have been a sophomore? Yeah, sophomore, junior, senior. I graduated in 07. So my senior year was '06 to '07. My junior year was '05 to '06. And that means my sophomore year was '04 to '05? Really? I guess that's right. Yeah, that's right. So my senior year was '04, or yeah, not my senior year. My sophomore year was '04 to '05. And I know I was introduced to Tibia by one of my classmates in biology class, and I know I took that in the first semester, which means it was in '04. So I started playing Tibia in 2004. So I've been playing this game for 12 years. On and off, of course. It's not like I've played it consistently for 12 years. Ixani her up. In fact, making these videos, both on Sylvius and with Leaf, has given me like an incentive to keep up with the game. Because normally, besides like the first time I played it, normally I play it for a little while and then it gets like boring. I'm not hitting any kind of like levels that matter, and then I get bored and I go like take a hiatus for a while. And then like I come back to it after a while. It was obviously a little bit of a different situation too when I was younger and I had to like ask other people for money to pay for the premium. I'm pretty sure I was always premium. I think I started out, played free for a while, and then was like, yeah, alright, I need to go premium. I think. I could be wrong though. But yeah, I've been with Tibia for a while. It's craziness. It's craziness. Alright, folks. That's it for me here. I wonder how long this video was. I feel like it was pretty short. Like, favorite, comment, subscribe. Check me out on Patreon, Twitter, Facebook. I'll see you folks later. Whoops. That doesn't end my recording. That just logs me out of the game, and then you can see a list of all my characters. For some reason, I was thinking to myself that hitting that would just end the recording, but I actually have to do this.